Dear students, today we will be learning the last topic of communication skills. Okay, the topic is demonstrate basic writing skills. Means today we will learn the basics of a writing skill. Fine. First of all, what is writing skill and how we can make it more effective? Effective writing skills allow the sender to express his message with ease and comfort without leading to any confusion to the receiver. Means the written message, whatever we are sending to the receiver, that must be written in that way that no confusion should be there at the part of receiver. Some essential elements are there for taking care in writing skills. First is using correct grammar. The grammar must be accurately used. Selecting right words. The selection of words throughout the writing that must be done very carefully. Forming easy sentence structures. The sentence structures, the selection of that must not be that complicated. Okay, the easy or simple sentences, if it can be done, then that should be used. Incorporate structural elements that are introduction, body and conclusion. Means the formation of your writing or your written material that must be done in a way that in the starting little bit introduction should be there, and in the middle part the main matter what you want to convey through your writing, that should be done, and in the last few lines the conclusion, or you can say the contradictory, valedictory words or sentences that can be used. Fine. Then write with crystal clear clarity. Already I have told that no confusion should be there in the written material. The clarity should be there. The consistency makes the message orderly and focused. Means एक ही बात को बार बार घुमा घुमा के don't repeat. Okay. The choice of the medium of communication is also very important. Means the medium which you are selecting for the communication. Suppose I am using English medium and the receiver to whom I am writing, the person is not even aware about English language, then how the message will be conveyed properly? So medium of communication is very important, that must be selected very carefully. Then some writing tips for that what to be followed while writing. The first thing first, your reader may not know nothing about what you are telling them. Means it may happen that whatever we are writing or the matter related to which we are writing, our receiver is not aware about anything. So first of all we should start from the very first thing. Okay, so think and write what they need to know first. जो चीज़ पहले बताने की है वो पहले बताएं. After that in proper sequence that should be written. Next, create an outline. Outline helps you identify which steps to take in which order. Means before starting the writing, create or prepare in advance that what you have to write and in what order that should be written. Fine. So a proper layout, or you can say outline of your message must be framed. Then use AIDA, AIDA. It means attention, interest, desire, action. All things must be taken care. If you are writing something, then that must inspire action in the reader. Means आपकी writing जो भी आपने लिखा है उसको पढ़ने के बाद the receiver must be in action. Means वो आपके message को attention भी दे, interest भी हो, desire भी हो, and finally action must be there on that. Okay, so always keep that in mind. Next is try some empathy. Feel what your readers would feel after reading the document. Means इस तरीके से लिखें that you are reader, and if you read that written material, what you are feeling. Okay, the same feeling अगर हम feel के साथ लिखेंगे ना, then the written material will be having more impact. Remember the need of audience and their reaction. This is the priority of the writer. Fine. Then use the rhetorical triangle. अब rhetorical triangle क्या है? If you are trying to persuade someone to do something, make sure that you communicate sincerely why people should listen to you and present information rationally and coherently. Means whatever you're writing, the receiver must be convinced with that. The main motto of this line is that. Break the text means don't follow to write long sentences, long paragraph, a lengthy material. It is little bit boredom for the reader or the receiver, you can say. So always break your text in small portions. To make your text more user friendly, we should use headings, subheadings, bullet points, or we can number our points. The header should grab reader's attention. Means suppose in this same page some headings are there. After reading the headings, we are already getting an idea that what is there inside. Okay, so this is the proper way of writing. We can add charts, we can add images, we can add graphs to grasp the attention of the reader or the receiver. Next is sentences. Whenever we write something, sentence plays a vital role. बिना sentence writing we can't even imagine, है ना? तो sentence is the backbone of your writing. तो what is sentence? Sentence is सबसे पहले it's a group of words, है ना? बहुत सारे words मिलते हैं. तो कौन से words? The sentence consists of subject and predicate. A sentence has two parts. The starting is subject and rest part is predicate. Okay, subject is what? Subject tells who or what the sentence is about. Means किसके बारे में बात कर रहे हैं, क्या बात कर रहे हैं. Fine. And predicate is tells what the subject is or what it does. है ना? For example, a sentence is the kids eating lunch. है ना? The kids are eating lunch. So the kids, it is subject, are is our helping verb, and eating lunch is our predicate. Okay, so every sentence consists of two parts. First is subject, means it tells who or what the sentence is about, and predicate, it tells what the subject is or what it does. Clear है? Next is type of sentences. सबसे पहले there are several types of sentences. 2 or 3 we'll study today here. First is declarative sentence. Declarative means where we are declaring something, जिसे आप simple sentence कहते हैं. In sometimes you also call it assertive sentence, है ना? That is simple sentence which ends with a full stop. Fine. That is declarative sentence. I am speaking. Simple sentence है. That is declarative sentence. Okay, assertive sentence. Next is interrogative sentence. Interrogative, नाम से clear है, means some question is there. तो a sentence which asks a question, that is a interrogative sentence that ends with a question mark. What is your name? Is it your pen? Fine. So asking a question, that is, and in the last it is always be having a question mark. These are called interrogative sentence. Clear? Next is exclamatory sentence. Exclamatory means where a feeling of shock, sorrow, happiness, wonder, है ना? All those feelings, man, wherever a feeling is expressed, that feeling can be of anything. ठीक है? खुशी की, गम की, चौंकने की, anything. Expressing feelings, that is done through the exclamatory sentence. A strong feeling is expressed here, and always the exclamatory sentences ends with the exclamation sign. This is the exclamation sign. Clear? And next is imperative sentence. Imperative sentences means which gives a command. Okay, that ends with the period or an exclamation mark. Means in imperative sentence, they can also end with full stop and they can also end with an exclamation. But one thing is common here, it always gives a command. Please bring me 1 glass of water. That can be a request, and you can also order, hey, bring me 1 glass of water. So two senses are there, but both are imperative sentences. Got it? These 4 are the types of sentences. Instead of that, there can be negative sentence. जो हमारे डिक्लेरेटिव है इसी में इफ वी ऐड नॉट means if we add negative signs, means suppose example I have given that I am speaking, that is declarative, and if I'll say I am not speaking, so that is the negative sentence. Okay, so but basically these are the main types of sentences. Then next is sentence structures, means what can be the structures of sentences. फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल सिंपल सेंटेंस जो हमने अभी पढ़ा है, बट ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ स्ट्रक्चर नाउ वी विल स्टडी. दिस इज मेड अप ऑफ सिंगल क्लॉज. ठीक है, क्लॉज क्या है? अ ग्रुप ऑफ वर्ड्स, दैट इज अ क्लॉज. तो सिंपल सेंटेंस इज मेड ऑफ सिंगल क्लॉज कंटेनिंग वन सब्जेक्ट एंड वन प्रेडिकेट. ऑलरेडी हमने पढ़ लिया ये एक सब्जेक्ट होता है और एक प्रेडिकेट. इट एक्सप्रेस कंप्लीट थॉट, मीन्स एक पर्टिकुलर आइडिया एक सेंस को कंप्लीट करता है ये सेंटेंस. फॉर एग्जाम्पल आई हेट लाउड म्यूजिक. वी डोंट थिंक दैट ये कोई अधूरा सेंटेंस है. इट इज कन्वेइंग द कंप्लीट सेंस ऑफ द सेंटेंस. फाइन, तो दिस इज सिंपल सेंटेंस. नेक्स्ट इज कंपाउंड सेंटेंस, मीन्स वेयर टू इंडिपेंडेंट क्लॉज. इंडिपेंडेंट मीन्स जिनके मीनिंग इंडिविजुअली क्लियर हो, है ना, नॉट डिपेंडिंग ऑन अदर सेंटेंस. टू इंडिपेंडेंट क्लॉज आर जॉइंड टुगेदर बाय अ कंजक्शन, मीन्स बीच में कंजक्शन चाहिए दो सेंटेंसेस को जोड़ने के लिए. दैट इज कॉल्ड कंपाउंड सेंटेंस. क्लियर है? एग्जाम्पल देखते हैं. द डे वॉज वेरी हॉट. अगर यहीं तक हम सेंटेंस पढ़ें तो सेंस इज वेरी क्लियर. इट्स अ सिंपल सेंटेंस, कंप्लीट है बिल्कुल, है ना. बट आगे इट इज देयर and we went for a long. Here the day was very hot, simple sentence, and we went for a long swim. अगर हम and के आगे पढ़ें we went for a long swim, it is also complete, showing complete sense, means it is also simple sentence and before and is also independent sentence. तो means it is joining two independent clauses with the help of conjunction and is playing the role of conjunction. That is compound sentence. Okay, next is complex sentence. नाम से clear है, complexity is there. Consists of an independent clause and one or more dependent clause. Means एक ही independent clause होगी, means which is complete in itself. Rest one or more dependent clause जो बाकी sentence होंगे that will be dependent on that independent. Okay, example देखते हैं. ओपन द डोर. अगर ये सेंटेंस पढ़े ओपन द डोर, इम्पेरेटिव सेंटेंस है, सेंस इज क्लियर, इंडिपेंडेंट सेंटेंस है ना. तो वन इंडिपेंडेंट सेंटेंस, ये रूल हमारा क्लियर हो गया. आगे बढ़ते हैं. आफ्टर सीइंग थ्रू द की होल. अगर यही सेंटेंस मैं पढ़ूँ यहाँ से आगे आगे, आफ्टर सीइंग द की होल, तो इट्स नॉट giving any complete sense. It is a dependent sentence, dependent clause, means this sentence will be meaningful if it is with this prior sentence, है ना. That's why it is complete sentence. Compound और complex में difference क्या है? Here both the sentences, both the clauses are independent in itself. दोनों अलग अलग पढ़े हैं तो that is meaning is clear and both are in showing complete sense. But in complex sentence only one sentence or one clause is independent and others are dependent. Clear? Next is compound complex sentence, means दोनों का mixture, है ना, that contains two independent clause. यहाँ पर एक independent की बजाय दो independent clause हैं and in addition to a dependent clause भी है. Okay, but two independent clauses are there. Example देखते हैं. आदि hit the ball, complete independent clause है ना. So सुमित ran to second base, ये भी इंडिपेंडेंट क्लॉज है. अगर अकेला पढ़ते हैं सुमित ran to second base, बिल्कुल ठीक है. आगे पढ़ते हैं. विदाउट गेटिंग टैग्ड. अब विदाउट गेटिंग टैग्ड दिस इज द डिपेंडेंट क्लॉज. अगर अकेला इसे पढ़ते हैं तो वी आर नॉट गेटिंग एनी मीनिंग. फाइन, तो दिस इज कंपाउंड कॉम्प्लेक्स सेंटेंस where two independent clauses and one dependent clause is there. Clear? Next is complete sentence. Complete means it must consist of subject, verb and it must express a complete thought. Means कोई भी sentence which is having a subject, a verb and it's expressing the complete thought, then that is a complete sentence. For example, Sita walked along the holy river Ganga. Subject is there, verb is there, and after reading it completely, it giving a complete sense, proper meaning is there. Got it? So this is complete sentence. Next is phrases. Now what do you mean by phrases? Phrases is, it's a group of words, fine, that stands together as a single unit. मीन्स वो वर्ड्स को अगर हम इकट्ठा पढ़े तो ही हमें मीनिंग समझ में आ रहा है. गॉट इट? टिपिकली एज अ पार्ट ऑफ सेंटेंस, अ फ्रेज कैन बी अ पार्ट ऑफ सेंटेंस. अ फ्रेज कैन बी लॉन्ग और शॉर्ट, है ना. बोथ टाइप्स ऑफ फ्रेजेस आर देयर, दैट कैन बी लॉन्ग एंड दैट कैन बी शॉर्ट टू, बट इट डजंट इंक्लूड द सब्जेक्ट वर्ब पेयरिंग. फ्रेजेस में कभी भी सब्जेक्ट वर्ब प्रेडिकेट ऑल दैट इज नॉट देयर, इनकी पेयरिंग नहीं है. ओके, so what is now the types of phrases? First is noun phrase. It consists of a noun and its modifiers also. Means noun और उसके साथ उसके modifier. Like example दे रही हूँ, soft cushion. Cushion is a noun. उसको modify कौन कर रहा है? Soft. Like after that, beautiful purse. Purse is a noun. Beautiful is what? Modifier है उसका. फाइन, तो दैट इज नाउन फ्रेज. नेक्स्ट इज वर्ब फ्रेज. जैसे नाउन में था सेम, इट कंसिस्ट ऑफ वर्ब एंड इट्स मॉडिफायर, दैट इज वर्ब फ्रेज. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, वर वेटिंग फॉर द बस. वेटिंग एंड वर इज ऑल्सो हेल्पिंग वर्ब, दिस इज ऑल्सो हेल्पिंग वर्ब, है ना. तो अ वर्ब इज देयर अलॉन्ग विथ इट्स मॉडिफायर. Then adverbial phrase. Adverbial phrase that acts as a adverb. Adverb हमें पता है which modifies a verb, है ना. They modify verb and adverb or adjective also. Example, around the corner means it's modifying where. Around the corner पढ़ने से क्या पता लगता है? Around the corner means where. तो the sense is of adverbial phrase. Next is gerund. Gerund, maximum times it adds with the verb ing, है ना. तो gerund में maximum time it happens. These are essentially noun phrases that begins with a gerund. Like for example, jumping. मैंने बताया ना, verb के साथ plus ing. Jump is a verb, ing add किया तो that becomes a gerund. Jumping like a frog. Clear? Next is infinitive. जैसे gerund maximum time ing से start होते हैं, in the same way infinitive phrase that maximum time it starts with to. Okay, begins with a verb infinitive and include any modifiers. These function as noun, as adjective, as adverb. Example is to visit the temple. As I have already told you, it is starting with to. Fine. A positive phrase. A positive phrase means it is essentially a noun phrase but renames another noun in the sentence. Means in the same sentence it is renaming another noun. Already in the sentence a noun is there and again that same noun is renamed, so that becomes a positive phrase. For example, the flower, a red rose. अब ये flower के लिए ही ये red rose यूज हुआ है ना. तो the flower is what? A noun, है ना. Or a red rose is the renaming of this. Okay, the flower, a red rose, was beautiful. So this becomes a positive phrase. Means where a noun phrase is in the sentence and again that same noun phrase is renamed in the sentence. एक ही चीज के लिए दो नाम यूज हो रहे हों when in a sentence, at that time that is a positive phrase. Then participle phrase. Participle phrase includes participle and its modifiers. Means participle भी होंगे और उनके modifiers भी होंगे. For example, giggling and playing in the park. Next is prepositional phrase. नाम से clear है, it includes prepositions. In a group of words that includes a preposition and noun, a prepositional phrase functions as either an adjective or an adverb. This prepositional phrase, it can work in both ways, as an adjective also or as an adverb also. For example, under the stairs. So under is a preposition. So it is a prepositional phrase. And the next is absolute phrase. It includes a noun and participle and any modifier. For example, her hair streaked with sunlight. It includes a noun and participle. Clear? Now, parts of speech. In our English subject, we have already gone through it, but we'll just have an outline of it. Not in detail we are going to study it, but at least we must know that what is it and at least one example of that. First part of speech is, basically whatever we speak in a language, what are the parts of that speech? Fine. So first part is noun. Noun is basically the name of a person, place, thing or any idea. है ना? So example is any name like Daniel, London is a place, table is a thing, hope is an idea. Fine. So that is noun. Next is pronoun. Pronoun is what? The word which is used in place of noun or the noun phrase to avoid repetition. एक ही चीज को बार बार ना लें तो उसका नाम बदल के, जैसे अपोजिटिव फ्रेज अभी बताया मैंने, है ना? तो that is pronoun. For example, I, you, it, we, us, like that it can be. Fine. So that is pronoun, which is used in place of noun or pronoun. Next is verb. Verb is a word that shows an action or a state of being. Fine. जहाँ पे भी आपको working दिखे, action, that is a verb. Means where we see any action or a state of being. For example, go, speak, eat, live. All these shows an action. So that is verb. Next is adverb. Adverb is, it's a word which modifies the verb, which is an adjective to the verb, that which qualifies a verb, which enhance your verb, that is adverb. Like walk slowly. Walk is a verb and slowly is an adjective that qualifies your verb, so that becomes an adverb. Next is adjective. It is a word that qualifies the noun or the pronoun. Like beautiful rose. Rose is a noun, or beautiful is what? It is a word which is qualifying your rose. So that is an adjective. Fine. Next is preposition. It's a word that shows relationship of a noun and pronoun to another word, where we got to know the relationship. Okay. The apple on the table. तो apple और table के बीच में relationship किससे पता चल रही है? On से. Right? So that is a preposition. Fine. Keys on the almirah. So between keys and almirah a word is there, on. So that is showing a relationship. Next is interjection. Interjection is the word that expresses a strong emotion. It's a short explanation. Means wherever strong emotions are expressed, through which word, that is interjection. Like alas, जब sad होते हैं तो English में alas. Hurrah, whenever more than happy we are, तो hurrah. Wow, whenever any shock feeling is there. So these are short words which shows the strong emotions. So they are called interjections. Fine. Last is conjunction. Conjunction is a word that joins two words, Sita and Gita. It is, and word is joining both the nouns. So that is conjunction. For example, or, but, because, all these are means the joining words, joining two nouns, joining two sentences, that is conjunction. Next is article. Article. It's in your English grammar there are two parts of article. First is definite article and indefinite article. There are three articles, a and the. A and an are called indefinite articles and the is counted as definite article. First of all, let's talk about a. a is used in front of singular countable nouns. Whenever, जब भी हमें एक single identity बतानी हो ना, at that time, and that true in front of the countable nouns, then we use a. We don't use a before uncountable or plural nouns. कभी भी uncountable और plural nouns से पहले a नहीं लगता. Fine. And if the noun starts with the consonant sound, fine, means a, e, I, o, u, इनको छोड़ के rest of the alphabets, if the now your word, your noun is starting with those sounds except vowel, fine, then we will use a for a singular identity, like a dog, a chicken, a boy, a teacher, a girl. Clear? Next is an. An is used in front of, again it is also used for singular countable nouns, but difference between a and an is what? A is used with a noun that starts with consonant sounds, but an is used with the noun that starts with a vowel sound. Fine? जिनकी साउंड वॉवल साउंड होगी, अ, ई, आई, ओ, यू, दैट्स इट. Except them, with others, for single identity we will use a, for consonant a, and for vowels n. Clear? Next is the. We use the in front of all nouns. कोई consonant vowel की condition नहीं है, but it is to describe something or someone which is specific or unique, जो special हो ना, and unique which is, with that the word is used, like the moon, that is universal, and any universal thing, any universal truth, the world, the sun, the atmosphere, with the train's name, with the newspaper names, with directions. Get it? Means with the specific and unique things we use the. Next topic is paragraph writing. Means whenever we write something, so we use paragraphs for that. Fine? तो paragraph is what? It's a collection of sentences. ऐसा तो नहीं एक sentence लिख दिया and paragraph is done. No. तो paragraph is a collection of sentences which are arranged in such an order that they relate to central topic. ऐसा नहीं है हमारे पैराग्राफ में एक सेंटेंस मैंने किसी और टॉपिक से रिलेटेड लिख दिया, नेक्स्ट किसी और टॉपिक से रिलेटेड, नेक्स्ट किसी और टॉपिक से रिलेटेड, तो दैट इज नॉट अ पैराग्राफ. अ पैराग्राफ, in a paragraph all the sentences written in that paragraph, they are related to the same topic. Means a paragraph is always having a central topic. Every sentence in a paragraph should be related to the main idea. जो मैंने बताया means एक ही idea होगा, एक ही topic होगा लिखने का. Main paragraph has 3 parts. First of all starting में introduction करेंगे, means the baseline you will create, जिसको आप भूमिका कहते हैं, है ना. Starting में introductory statements you will write that regarding what you are going to tell or something else. Then body means main part of your paragraph, the main message, main writing will be done in this part. And last is valedictory statements. A conclusion you will show there, means whatever you will summarize the whole writing in this part. Fine. Next is types of paragraph. There can be many types of the paragraph. First is descriptive paragraph. In descriptive paragraph, it describes something. कोई भी एक topic, it is in this type of paragraph, it describes something special. Okay. Then next is narrative paragraph. Narrative means, as it's already suggesting from its name, it tells a story. There is a sequence of action. एक story की तरह paragraph क्रिएट किया जाता है कि पहले ये हुआ, फिर ये हुआ, फिर ये हुआ, तो दैट इज अ नरेटिव पैराग्राफ. नेक्स्ट इज एक्सपोजिटरी पैराग्राफ. An expository paragraph explains something or provides instructions. Fine. It could also describe a process or method. Means it's a paragraph which basically describe a particular process or method. And next is persuasive paragraph. In this type of paragraph, many educators focus on it because it's very useful when building an argument. It often requires a collection of facts and research. Means in persuasive paragraph, maximum time a lot of search is done before writing this, because a lot of facts, figures, research, statements, quotes of our inventors, all that can be used in this type of paragraph. Then what can be the essential elements of a good paragraph? What we should keep in mind? First of all, unity of topic. जैसे पहले बताया, while writing a paragraph we must keep in mind कि भाई एक ही आइडिया है, एक ही टॉपिक पे लिख रहे हैं, है ना. We should not distract ourselves from that idea, है ना. तो keep control on the single controlling idea. Second point, short and concise. Your paragraph must be short and concise. ऐसा नहीं है कि पैराग्राफ को लंबा खींच खींच के इलेबोरेट एक ही चीज़ को घुमा घुमा के बोले जा रहे हैं. दैट शुड नॉट बी डन. नेक्स्ट इज कंट्रोलिंग आइडिया. Before writing the paragraph, it is important to think about the topic and related sentences. Means पहले ही दिमाग में outline we must frame that on this topic I have to write, and these can be the related sentences for that. Then connected sentences. Sentences within your paragraph that should be coherent and connected to each other. Means the sequence of framing your sentences should be done in that way that it seems that all the sentences are connected with each other, है ना. जैसे स्टोरी पढ़ते हुए बीच में आइडिया ब्रेक नहीं होना चाहिए. कनेक्टिविटी मस्ट बी kept on. Next is coherence. Unnecessary detail shouldn't be added. It only makes your paragraph lengthy. Means जिसे आप बोलते हैं ना, बकवास नहीं करनी चाहिए. तो unrelated, not required things, don't put them in your paragraph, है ना. Only whatever is necessary, whatever you feel that it is important to convey in writing, that can be done. Rest leave. Next is completeness. The paragraph should be well developed as all its sentences supports the main idea. Means your paragraph after complete, means whenever you have completed your writing, it should not seems that something is left. Complete development of your writing, that must be, means the overall writing must be well developed with all its sentences. Next is summarization. Summarizing of topic in the last sentence is very important. Means लास्ट में जो concluding statements आप लिखते हैं ना, that through overall paragraph writing, what is the conclusion, what is the summary, that what will be the summarizing statement, that is very important. That must be in an written and in an impressive. Next is proofreading and revision. This is the last step in writing. While writing a paragraph, the proofreading and revision before submitting must be done. Means when you have completed your writing work, then always give a thorough reading to your written material. Means revise it. A proofreading should be done. बहुत बार ऐसा होता है ना, हमें हमारी लिखी हुई चीज़ में when we are revising, तो 2 or 3 mistakes automatically that comes to us. So the last step of proofreading and revision, that must be done before the submission. That's it. Keep learning. Bye.